Well guys, it was inevitable. We were going to get a Couple of Cuckoos Season 2 anime trailer number 2. If you guys don't remember, we did a reaction and breakdown to something called, anime trailer number 1. And I did find that very strange, that it was literally like hashtag 01, which implies there's gonna be another one. And right here, 8 hours ago, from the looks of it, we have anime trailer number 2 for the second season. Now this got me wondering, so we do know that season 2 is going to have 12 episodes. And right here it says 02, implying that 0 is a placeholder for something that currently isn't there. And in this case, eventually, if my theory is to come true, I am thinking that there's going to be a anime trailer for all 12 episodes, which implies this 0 is a placeholder for the number 1, as in 10, 11, and 12. And from what I think, this is going to be a little trailer for episode 2, and this already looks pretty incredible. So I thought we should do a little reaction to it and a little breakdown of it. It is only 43 seconds long, and yeah, it's gonna be a little teaser of what we can expect next week for episode 2. So I'm gonna go click on it, and we're gonna go check it on out. Okay guys, here we go. We have it opened up here. Trailer number 2. Bunch of comments over here, some description over here, and so on and so forth. So this is gonna be pretty cool. Let's check it on out. Let's make sure that the quality is the highest and there is no English subtitles as of this moment. So this is going to be awesome. We're going to get a little sneak peek into episode 2 of season 2, and this is going to be incredible. I was looking on Crunchyroll yesterday, and I was like, wow, this is kind of fascinating, finally seeing a little drop-down menu for a Couple of Cuckoos. I'm so used to seeing it just say, S1, but now there's an S2 area down there, so that was so cool to finally see that. So anyway, let us click play, and let's take a sneak peek look at season 2, episode 2. Let's do this.
私の想像通りに成長してた。
これで役者は揃った。
柿の木坂中学
Whoa, look at this. This is gonna be Hiro in the past.
15年間テストは1
We're finally seeing it. Whoa. Okay, we saw this in one of the trailers before.
こんな形で突然
Oh,
いなく
this
なっちゃう
looks
の
new. All this is brand new.
今まで
Wow.
ありがとう。どうしよう、凪くん。そんなのやだよ。
結婚
海野くん。
はい、そこ、青春禁止。
Oh no, she got the megaphone.
お兄に告白されてたよね。
Dude, this all looks incredible. Oh my goodness. So, okay, I forgot to mention this actually when I first reacted to anime trailer number 1. The background audio sounds incredible. Like, this is like the new OSTs that the first season did not have anything like this. So the OST variants and stuff are brand new. So, wow, this all looks so awesome. So again, I think this is all going to be from episode 2, which is actually, yeah, okay, I can see that. So, okay guys, again, this is gonna have heavy spoilers now. So if you don't want heavy spoilers, you know what to do. I think this is going to be how episode 1 ended, if I recall. And it's gonna pick up where it left off. And I think it's, so for those of you who don't know, I haven't seen episode 1 yet, just so you know, full disclosure, I haven't seen episode 1 yet. I think episode 1 ends with Nagi and Sachi. They're talking outside by the pool, and then her cat, not her cat, but a stray cat she's been kind of taken care of. They're talking about that, and I think this is them walking back in. So I think this is pretty much going to be how episode 2 opens up, with them walking back inside from that. And this is Erika. She's coming in and saying, Hiro has been kidnapped. Oh no! She thinks Hiro's been kidnapped, and then it looks like we turn into a little picture of Ai over here. This is where Sachi brings Ai to the Ami-Umi house. And right here, I think she's, greeting Nagi, saying it's nice to see him after all these years. So that's pretty cool. Nagi is pretty shocked to see Ai over here, especially with that sweat drop coming down on his left cheek, which is pretty funny. And here we got Megirogawa Academy. This is our look at it. So far, our first look at it pretty much in the trailer sphere. I don't know if it was shown in episode 1. I don't think it was. Knowing the content, I don't think it was. So, and funny enough, this is also in the past. This is the flashback. But either way, the school looks awesome. We've literally never seen an angle like this for Megiddo-gawa Academy. It was pretty much only at the very, like, oh crap, you guys can't see my mouse, that's right. I'll just zoom in over in the bottom left corner area, and then as you can see, it like diagonally points towards the clock up here. So we've only seen that area over here. We've never seen it like anywhere else. So I'm really glad that the season 2 is going to like give us a lot more angles and all that kind of stuff with the world. So that's pretty cool. And step number 1 right here is to showcase more of the school. Over here we've got Hiro. So again, this is a few years ago in the past. I think it was like 2 or 3 years, I don't remember, something around there. We've got Hiro. This is Hiro Sagawa in the past. This is when she first transferred over to Megiddo-gawa Academy. So this is going to be pretty interesting to see that finally adapted and animated as well. As you can see, yeah, she does look a lot different, if that makes sense. She's got glasses, longer hair, and a hair tie in the background. Or sorry, not in the background, in the back. So that's pretty cool. A few angles over here. So this is where Hiro finally beat, well, not finally, no, since the dawn of time, Nagi has always gotten first place on every single like test, every single exam, and this marks right here the first time where he's ever gotten beaten by somebody, and that is the new girl, Hiro Sagawa, and Nagi's shocked that he was beaten by a girl. So that's pretty funny here. This is him looking at one of those results. I think this is even farther back in the past, and I think this marks the first time he was ever beaten before high school, if I recall. And we saw this in the trailers before, and it's just Hiro in the past yelling at Nagi. But on the other hand, this is brand new. This looks like a little reference to what we saw in the very first episode of season 1, where at the very ending, Sachi was reading a little manga, and she was like, oh, so we're actually not related, huh? Reading a similarly featured manga, and it looks like she's also eating a watermelon bar, and I don't remember if she's wearing this outfit in the season 1 episode 1, or if this is brand new. I honestly don't remember what this is referencing in the season 2 contents, but at least we know it's going to appear in season 2 episode 2. But honestly, I don't really remember what this is from. But anyway, it does transition over to Sachi sitting on the couch over here, which looks pretty cool. And this is Hiro. She is... Okay, so this is the car in the background. So, for those who don't know, again, spoilers. If you guys didn't click off, if not wanting spoilers, what are you doing? What are you doing? But anyway, yeah, this is Hiro, and she is entering a car, a very fancy car, and this is going to be operated by her mother, Asami, and a few of her men. As we know, Asami has been looking for Hiro since she ran away from home, which is what the season 2 has opened up with. And this is them. I'm actually surprised that they included this in, because season 1 didn't showcase this, obviously, and like her running away from home. Season 2, obviously, as we know, is backtracking to actually adapt that. And then I do wonder, like, is it gonna skip over like season 1 episode 24's content, where it actually adapted Foul 60, whereas this content right here is like Foul 57 to 59 territory. It might actually be Foul 61 or something, I don't remember, somewhere around there. Actually, no, it is Foul 61 or 62, something like that. So that's pretty interesting. This is her saying, you know, goodbye to Erika, because she's been captured while Erika and her were on shopping trips and stuff. And this is her back as well. I think this is her telling Nagi that he can change Hiro's fate if he goes right now to go rescue her. Yeah, that's interesting. So we saw this in the trailer. This is where Nagi screams, "Mary!" So that's pretty funny. As we know, okay, that's interesting actually. They're showing, oh my goodness, I see what they're doing here. They haven't showcased Ai saying, "I've come back to marry you." They did showcase in one of the trailers, obviously, but not here. So those who have not seen the trailers but are watching the anime trailers, like the episodic trailers, I guess that's what we should call the episodic trailers. He says "Mary" right here, and this is where Hiro's like crying, turning around and stuff like that. Whoops, I went too far. So this is where I think this might be Foul 62, I want to say 62 or 63. No, it can't be 63. I think it's either Foul 61 or 62, where Hiro, she's getting pulled back into the shrine by Asami and her men. So, and she's all like sad and whatnot. And Nagi had actually ran all the way over to the shrine, which is interesting. So this is him calling her name, and she's actually turned around to look at him. And Nagi, we saw this in the trailer, Nagi's gonna snatch her hand and pull her back towards him, away from her mother. So that's gonna be really, really cool to see. And you know what's interesting? Season 2's OP had some running, like a really cool running scene with Nagi in it. And what's funny is Nagi actually does have a lot of like running he does in season 2, or at very least what I initially speculated would be the contents of season 2. So in that case, even season 3, if it does get one, which again, fingers crossed, I really hope this does super good. I really hope that we're gonna see a season 3 and see more of that, because yeah, Nagi does have a lot of running that he does in this area, which is really cool, and most of it has to do with running to the shrine. I think he does it like 3 or 4 times if I recall, and it looks like it ends off a little bit with the last 2 scenes here. This is after, so you guys know in the trailer where you saw Nagi and Hiro, they were eating McDonald's with the burger and the fries. This is like soon after that, where Erika finally locates the two of them. And I like this too, because this is where we're going to see a little foreshadowing. This is going to be directly after pretty much the Hiro Sagawa right here. So like this is all going to be a flashback right here where we see her in the past. So this is going to be like very, very soon after the flashback of this is over. So Hiro's going to explain why she you know, she changed from back then to how we know her today, and she's also going to explain why she's, you know, a hard to get person, which I'm not going to dabble into just in case, you know, you guys don't know and want to see it for yourself in the second season. So I'm not gonna, I know why, obviously I'm not gonna talk about it though, but season 2 episode 2 is what this is going to entail, and you're going to learn why she is the way she is now, and why she, you know, she puts herself on a very high pedestal so that, you know, Nagi can't date her in a way, if that makes sense. And then it ends off with I over here, and I think this is, I thought this was in their house when I first reacted to this a few minutes ago, but I think this is outside. No, oh no, I know where this is, never mind. Wow, so they're gonna put this scene at evening time. That's cool. And okay, it's all making sense now. So this is actually I and Sachi interacting. We don't see Sachi, obviously. She is like, we're looking through Sachi's eyes pretty much, like Nagi, or Sachi's like behind us. She's looking at I. This is I standing right here, and this is gonna be really funny. So I can't wait to see this play out. So I is like, you know, calling out Sachi, like a ghost, and Sachi actually pretty much like says, "Is that a ghost? Like, what the heck is happening?" And then this is literally where I's like, "Sachi, it's me." I recognize this pose too. Beautifully adapted right here too, in the season 2 style. And man, I cannot wait to check it on out. She even puts her hands down here too with a little smile here. Wow, this is super cool. Also guys, I forgot to mention that if you guys are wondering if there's going to be like DVD and Blu-ray releases, fear not, there absolutely is going to be Blu-rays and DVDs and all that kind of stuff for those of you guys who are collectors of DVDs and Blu-rays. Right here is a little, you know, commercial or promo for the Blu-rays. I don't know what this means, 1029? I don't know what that translates to, but either way, we're gonna see some market of the Blu-rays, and I am very excited for that news, particularly because I do have both of the Blu-rays so far. This one's part 1, and then this one's part 2. So this is core 1, core 2 kind of thing of the Blu-rays. So yeah, I'm very much looking forward to collecting the season 2 Blu-rays as well. This time I'm not gonna have to buy 2 of them because there's only 1 core for season 2, whereas season 1 obviously I had to buy 2. So yeah, I'm really excited to see the Blu-rays for that finally as well. And as soon as they get on market, whether it's the Crunchyroll store or I don't know, somewhere, actually it has to be the Crunchyroll store, I don't want to buy it off of eBay. But like, yeah, as soon as it gets on the Crunchyroll store, sorry, you can bet your bottom dollar that I will be buying to add to the third case for my collection, and I can't wait to see what the design's gonna look like, the cover, the sheets inside, and as well as the the DVDs inside. I can't wait to see what they're gonna look like. I'll show you guys a little sneak peek. I never really showcased this. I remember showing this on a live stream one time, but this is what the discs look like, which is super cool. Even has a really cool backdrop over here. I might make a video about the Blu-rays if you guys want. Let me know in the comments down below. There's a lot of really cool features as well that comes included with the Blu-rays, which I've also never talked about either. So yeah, with that in mind though, yeah, let's a little look at, let's go back over here, the episode 2 episodic trailers, which were awesome to see. I really do hope they're gonna go forward with these, and I think they are. It doesn't make sense that they're gonna do anime trailer number 3 and so on and so forth. So I'll probably do some more reactions to those and talk about them with you guys as the episodic trailers continue to go forward. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy, and if you did, just consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, tell me what you thought. What are your thoughts about this trailer here, and does it make you hyped for episode 2 going forward? And also let me know, have you already seen episode 1 yet, or are you waiting for the English dub? And with that in mind, I will most certainly hope to see you guys in the next video. Stay fresh.